Alright, so today we're going to be working on replacing a mesh in game. And for this, I chose a deck that was requested in the mod request channel of Illusory. It was a deck, an Andy Anderson deck, as you can see here. I altered one of the boards to match the shape of the deck. So we got this custom shape here.
You want the light on out here, baby?
And then made sure that the graphic matched up with the board. So what we do now is select the mesh and all of its collision and export. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to make the mesh. This is simply just replacing it in game. I can make tutorials later on how to actually alter mesh and create collision. But I'm going to export it as an FBX file. Then, over here in UModel, I've opened up the session game. I want to find the file I want to replace. So I'm going to go to skateboards, deck, brands, and maybe not. I want to replace a heroin board because they're already shaped and I know they're different. So we have a base mesh here. I'm going to replace Curb Crusher. Right, so I'm going to move this over here and open up Unreal Engine and move it over here. Now, Unreal Engine, I need to recreate the same folder structure again, which is customization, skateboards, deck graphics, heroin, base mesh, then inside of base mesh, I have the asset I want to replace. So I am going to import and find my file I just saved. Andy Anderson shaped deck. Going to delete the default settings and import. And then save everything. Now, this imports with all the different materials that are applied to the board. Now, I need all of these to be in their correct locations. So I have to find all these files. And a quick way to do this, copy that and paste here and select flat view. Now I have right here, I can create skateboards, wood, default, materials, wood bottom, and here is where this board goes, or this one, sorry. Or no, it's this one. They moved after I saved. Bottom. Wood bottom. Okay. Now we got wood top. Almost the same. Except for instead of wood bottom, I need wood top. And then I can move wood top to wood top. Copy. Skateboards. Nuts. Materials. Now I can move the truck nut material there. Now these are all going to be using the default in-game materials. So they need to be in their proper locations because of that. This one. Skateboards. grip tapes, default, materials, base. And I can grab the grip tape and put that in there. Okay. Paste. Deck layers. Materials. Okay. Okay, so now we need to know what material we're going to replace. To do that, we're going to go back to Heroine, materials. So we are replacing the curb crusher, which doesn't look like we have a material specifically that we need to replace. So we can open F model and search for it. So I want to go to customization, skateboards, deck graphics, Heroine. Now CIT is a customization item definition. In here, I can find the curb crusher board. And it says for the mesh is the curb crusher board that I'm replacing. Then it says down here for the material, it wants this material, DG Heroine 10. Okay, Heroine 10, which is this one. So, back in Unreal, we need Heroine, materials, and then take this, we're going to name it the same as this one. MAI underscore DG underscore Heroine underscore 10. So now this moves here. We're going to move this texture here too, and we'll put it in its own little folder. Andy Anderson deck. And I'm going to make this have text at the front so we know it's a texture. Save all. Now back in this material, I want to alter the material a little bit. Material, I want it to look a little neater. So let's say we want some better reflection. We can create a scalar, name it roughness, or we can right click and choose constant, or we can hold 1 for making a constant, hold S for scalar, however you want to do it. Roughness, I want to plug in, and I'm going to change the roughness value to like 0.35. So it's a little shiny, but not too shiny. It's not metallic, and I don't need a normal because it's a flat board. So everything else should be good. Save that. Close this. So now we have your base mesh here, which we need to change the name of. Heroine Curb Crusher is what it's called.
Serana, what is that?
Curb Crusher. So now we have all the materials in the right places, and our graphic material is named the proper name. One thing we need to do is go into here and we'll look at the mesh. The mesh will have material slots. Each of these slots has a name, a slot name. We need to make sure that we choose the correct slot names. So, do this. We look here. At the curb crusher customization item definition, we can see mat ID board graphic bottom. Take that and paste it here. Okay. Now, we also need wood top. We'll take this. One that says WT is wood top. MAI-WT wood top. So let's paste this here. Now we have mat ID wood bottom. Wood bottom. That appears to be the only ones that we use on here. And that is a problem because we still have deck layers, we still have the grip tape, we still have the truck nuts. So we need to find out what these are called. And another way we can do that to make things easy is over here in Illusory, in the tutorials channel. We scroll up a bit. There is a list of CIT item definitions, or material slot IDs. Skateboard material slot names. Here's for the grip tape. Grip tape. There's the grip tape. We also need the nuts. Where are the nuts? Board bolts. There we go. And then what else do we need? We need deck layers. Wood bottom top, graphic bottom, extra wheels, graphic front, bearings, truck base plates. Now see, this is the problem. I don't see it here. Oh, wood layers. That's what we need. We need wood layers. So there we go. We got wood bottom, wood top, wood layers, grip tape, board graphic bottom, and board bolts. Now that all the slots are named, this deck, any material that this deck replaces in game, or any skateboard mesh that this replaces in game that maybe there's different materials for it, this deck will be able to switch materials in game because the slot IDs are proper. I don't know how many boards actually use the Heroine curb crusher shape. I want to say it's only one, but we'll find out. Now that we have all the mat IDs set up, we have all of our materials in proper locations, all we need to do now is go to File, Cook Content for Windows. This should not take very long, as I've already cooked content in here before, but I am adding new content, so it may take a little longer. So you'll know in one of my previous tutorials, I showed that I created a shortcut for my cooked content folder. But in case you missed that, we will navigate it to it manually. Say save folder in your project folder. This is the tutorial project. This is the main folder for the project. You click saved, cooked, Windows no editor, the project name, and then content. You'll see everything that's being cooked from the project is right here. Now, we still have to wait for this to finish cooking before all of our content is ready. But we are here and just about ready to zip everything up. There we go. See, now it's deleting the old stuff to place the new things. I believe my computer is running a little slow right now due to me installing Grand Theft Auto 5 in the fucking background. Or Grand Theft Auto's already done. Wow, that's actually pretty fast. Looks like it's done. So back in the folder here, we now have the customization, skateboards. Now all of these we don't need. They were a fake reference to the in-game materials. We do not want to replace the in-game materials. We just wanted to reference them so the skateboard knew where to look for them. Now I'm going to delete those extra files. All we want, don't need blind, we didn't mess with that. All we want is heroin. We need the base mesh that we added, the curb crusher, which is this right here. And then we need the material we added and the texture we added. So going back up to the content folder, we can zip up this customization. We can name it Andy Anderson Shaped Deck. Right? Now over here in Illusory, we can drag this zip in and import. Now, we load into the game here. We will be able to go to the skate shop and look at our newly replaced skateboard. Whenever session decides to load, that is. Go. So I got my shortcut to get to the shop because I don't like running all the way over. In the shop, we can look at the skateboard gear, we can go to deck graphics, and we can tab over to heroin and find our curb crusher board wherever that is. I have no idea which board that is. There we go. There's our shaped board with our graphic on it. It has the grip tapes and everything it needs. It has its deck layers. Everything is ready to go, and now it has a custom shape. Now we can ride this board and make sure that it skates good with the collision we added, which who knows, because I kind of half-assed the collision just to do the tutorial. Seems like the skater's riding on it. Seems like I ran into things. Like I can nose slide and board slide, and I can flip my finger off the sticks and not do anything. And it looks like I can skate just fine. So we have successfully added our new deck graphic and new mesh at the same time. See, the shape is most definitely custom, and it has our wonderful graphic on it that we added. So now what I'll do is I'll post this in the mod request channel for whoever it was that requested it, and they'll have their custom deck. Thank you all for watching. Next time we'll work on a skeletal mesh for a character or gear replacement. See you all then.